Hey guys, it's Julia, and today I'm going to be doing my April book haul and wrap up. So this month I only read 4 books, but honestly I don't have much time to read, so it was like okay, but I bought 6 books, so that's not that bad. So the first book that I bought in April were Daughter of Smoke and Bone and Days of Blood and Starlight by Laini Taylor. I actually bought Daughter of Smoke and Bone because Days of Blood and Starlight was on sale for $5.99. Why not take advantage of this opportunity? Because I've been wanting to read this series for a while. So I thought, what better time to buy it than when the sequel's on sale? So I'll just get both of them. And yeah, that happened. About this girl, and she lives kind of a normal life in the public eye, but then she also has this thing that she has to do for this like magician, warlock, chimaera, I can't remember how to say it, guy that she has to do, and she doesn't know why, and then basically she's like a demon. And then there's like an angel, and there's this whole like thing, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I hope that wasn't spoilers. I read this book this month, so I will talk a little bit more about it in my wrap-up. So the next book that I bought this month was Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I have been wanting to pick up this book for such a long time because on BookTube, people are talking about this book constantly, and I figured I really needed to get in the loop and start reading this series because apparently it's fantastic and action-packed and amazing, and I want to be able to know it and understand it. All I really know about this book is that it's about an assassin and some stuff, and I really don't know too much about this, but I'm very excited to read it because of all the hype that it's gotten on BookTube and on Goodreads and basically all over, so I'm very excited to have this one in my possession. The next book that I bought this month was The Elite by Kira Cass, the second book in the Selection series, which I thought was a trilogy, but apparently it's not, and The Heir is like coming out this month, so I'm so excited. I have read the entire Selection series. I borrowed the books one from the library and one from my friend, and I really wanted to get them all and like have them all in my possession. So I'm slowly kind of, when I go there to Indigo or a bookstore and I see it there and I'm not going to buy a specific book, I usually will go and get some and like build up my collections of these series, which is what I do with a lot of books. So many books, so little money. This is a real struggle. The Selection is about this girl who gets chosen to go into this competition to win the love of the prince of the country, colony, I don't really know how you'd say it, and it's kind of like the Hunger Games but not with blood sport involved. I don't know how to explain it. It's really good and I'm obsessed with the series. I love the whole series and hopefully I'll have all of them in my possession very soon. And the last 2 books I bought were Scarlet and Cress by Marissa Meyer, the second and third books in the Lunar Chronicles. I was obsessed with Cinder. I read it last month and holy crap, I loved it so much. I don't know why I've waited such a long time to read them, and I knew that I had to pick up the next ones, but I waited a really long time before picking up the next ones because I didn't really have the motivation to pick up the next ones. I don't know why, don't ask me, I have weird tendencies sometimes. Fourth and final book comes out very soon this year. These are next on my to be read list, so hopefully very soon I will read these and let you know what I think. Stories are about, they're basically fairy tale retellings kind of in the modern way, like Cinder was about a cyborg and like portraying Cinderella, and I know this one's about Scarlet is about Red Riding Hood, and Cress is about Rapunzel, so I'm very excited to see what's going to happen in these ones. Now, those are all the books that I got this month, and now I am on to my wrap-up. So the first book that I finished reading in April was 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James. I was thinking about doing a spoiler-free review for this because there is so much that I can say about this book. Long story short, I didn't not enjoy it. I thought it was interesting. I wasn't like completely disgusted. It was a pleasant surprise actually, because I thought I was gonna like not like it, not hate it, but like it wasn't gonna be something that I wanted to continue reading. But I am now reading the second book and it's taken me a while to get through, but honestly I can truly say that this book was worth my time and I enjoyed reading it. It had all these different elements to it than I thought it would. Just about like sex. It was like about the whole storyline and stuff like that, and apparently the storyline expands in the next two books. So I'm very excited to see what happens. I think I rated this 4 out of 5 on Goodreads because I was actually pleasantly surprised with this. The next book I read this month was City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare, and I read this as part of the Mortal Read-Along. I will leave the links to that down below, but basically we are reading all 6 of the Mortal Instruments series books in 6 months, and this was the second month, so this was City of Ashes, and rereading these books totally reminds me how obsessed I am over this series and how funny it is and how well written it is. I absolutely love this series and I love rereading it because every time I can get more out of it. And honestly, I kind of forgot what City of Ashes is about, as well as like City of Fallen Angels and that kind of thing. This is the first time I've reread them since I first read them, and I am loving it. I am absolutely obsessed with these books. I love them. The third book that I read this month was The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight by Jennifer E. Smith. Another book that I got on sale at Indigo, and boy was I glad I got this one. I absolutely loved this book. I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. I was so surprised at how adorable and compelling this book was. I was not expecting much out of it at all, and it turned out to be one of the cutest things I've ever read in my life. These two people, they go on an airplane together and they turn out to be sitting next to each other. They get to know each other through the flight, and it's over a 24-hour period, and then basically they get off the flight and they kind of have to leave each other. But it's all about kind of their whirlwind romance, and it was adorable, and I would love to read more things by Jennifer E. Smith after reading this because I absolutely adored this book. And the last book that I read this month was Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I have to say, this book kind of got off to a slow start for me. I wasn't really feeling it, and it was taking me a really long time to read. It wasn't really something that I picked up and wanted to read like every single minute of every day. But as I got further along in the story and the plot developed more, it got more and more interesting, and slowly, very slowly, during class time at school, I would pull out my book when we were supposed to be doing work and just start reading it and reading it and reading it. I was also very surprised with this because I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about this book, and it's always good to like a book when you didn't know that you were going to like it. It was very well written, it's very detailed, and there are a lot of little details, and sometimes I don't do too well with little details because I forget them in books, which is really bad, but this book had a lot of those, and I think I grasped most of them, but we'll see in the next book if there's anything that I've missed. Oh well. That was my April book haul and wrap up. If you enjoy these kind of videos, let me know in the comment section below. I don't really read a consistent amount or like buy a consistent amount of books every month, so this month just happened to be a one, so I decided I'd show you. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!